y'all see me? Can y'all see me? How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rakestraw Boys. Though I'm not at home, I'm actually in Gulfport, Mississippi. I'm going to show you some of the cool stuff on the work trip and also talk about the rifles along the way. And later on in the video, we're going to zoom into the rifle wars that I want to show you guys. It's going to be an interesting video, so stay tuned. So let's play Spot the Fish. I know that's a gar. These are, y'all want to leave a comment down below what those are. I think those are largemouth bass, but they're kind of hard to tell because they're all the same size. They're all football size, but I mean, look right there. You can see there's some big fish there. All kinds of stuff in here. Look at all them chickens. So guys, I was going to tell you guys a little bit about rifle wars. I'm excited about this one because what I've done is all three rifles that I'm shooting in this video have all been tested to figure out which ammunition works the best in each rifle. So really, this is going to be the test to see which rifle is actually the most accurate, because the ammo's not identical, because the ammo has been matched with each rifle to ensure that that rifle is performing the best that it can perform. Golly, y'all, I just noticed this. Look at the size of these crappie down here. Can y'all see that? That's some slabs. Oh, there's another one.
He's objectively the cutest.
I come up here on top, see if I get a better view. Y'all leave a comment down below. Why are they biting the water like that? So there's a scene in Jurassic Park 3 to where the guy gets stuck up on the bridge with all the birds and they start eating him alive. And this cage kind of reminds me of that. It's a bird cage. Never mind, look at all those chickens. It's the closest I've ever been to an actual live wooded merganser that I haven't shot. Or a hooded merganser, sorry, my bad. One of the people in the tour said, here's a couple of skinny birds, and I was like, I can't relate to that. Turtle. That's actually a really good shot. Wow. Work it, dude, work it. So let's talk about the first gun real quick. Up first in the rifle wars, we've got a 7mm-08. This is in a Thompson Center platform. It is the Thompson Center Venture, if I'm not mistaken, and working my way up to top to bottom, it is a Nikon Pro Staff 3x9x40 scope. Working my way down, it's got a 70-degree bolt throw. It has a 1 in 9 twist, which is pretty standard for 7mm Remington. And then it's got a 3+1 magazine capacity. So that's gun number one, and it really likes the 139 grain Hornady American whitetail. So that's what we're going to be using for that rifle in this competition. These fish have got no business with lips like that. Da-da, da-da. Ooh. I want one of these in my house. All right, let's see if I can do this record at the same time. Okay, here's my feet. Okay, incoming. Ooh, kind of slimy. Sorry, I touched it.
Can I give you a video?
So the reason I'm recording this is I just want to let you guys know that this kind of thing only happens like once, maybe in a lifetime, once or twice in a lifetime, of somebody who doesn't get out of the woods much. So this is a nice change of pace if you were to ask me. Everybody, meet Chad. Apparently he's really popular here at the aquarium, and he's also huge.
Never missed a meal.
That's what they said. Never missed a meal. Finally, a fish that looks like Justin's hair. This right here looks like Jeremy's hair. Spitting image, man. So let's talk about the second gun, shall we? The next gun that I've got in the lineup of competition is going to be a 6.5 Creedmoor. And before y'all be like, oh, well, that's not fair, he's using a 6.5 Creedmoor, go back and look at the videos that I've made on this 6.5 Creedmoor, the one I'm talking about, and you'll see that I've had to go through a pretty strenuous process of finding a round of ammunition that actually works for this rifle, but I finally did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this competition to where it is now fair for the 6.5 Creedmoor, because I've got an ammunition round that it likes. So starting from the top, I've got a 6 Hour Buckmaster's 3x9x40 on the top. It's got a Weaver style scope. It's got a 90-degree bolt throw. It's got a 1 in 8 twist, which is kind of standard for 6.5 Creedmoors. And then it's got a synthetic stock, has a synthetic trigger on it where you can go back and forth. It's kind of plasticky, but it's really not all that bad. I've got it adjusted down to probably 2 pounds. So Any lighter than that, and I wouldn't be able to consistently fire the rifle. So I've actually even debated about going back and readjusting the spring inside of the action to make it to where the rifle's trigger is just a little bit heavier to pull. That is the 6.5 Creedmoor that I'm going to be shooting in the Rifle Wars. The ammunition that it likes is the 125 grain Winchester Deer Season XP. So that's the second rifle and the second ammunition that's going to be in the lineup of today's video. Not many times in my life I have seen this view. Every time that I see it though, I just get excited. The coast is something special out here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. It's just absolutely incredible. What a beautiful day on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. This is the next day after we went to the what's called the Mississippi Gulf Coast Aquarium, I believe is what it was. So I figured while I was taking a stroll on the beach, I'd talk and walk just a little bit. My 30-06 is by far my favorite rifle. It's got a 1 in 10 twist on it. Let's just start up at the top. Let's start on the specs of it, okay? At the top, I have got a Easy Shoot 5x25x52 that was sent to us. If y'all want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Working my way down, it's on a Weaver style mount. Underneath the Weaver style mount, you'll see that I've got a custom paint job on it that I did myself. If you want to know how I did it, I can do a video explaining that. That's no big deal. It has a 90-degree bolt throw on it. When I first originally got the gun, it had a pretty rough bolt release on it, but it was kind of the same way with the 6.5 Creedmoor. With more use, you get better bolt workage, I guess is the word that I'm trying to say. It has an adjustable trigger on it. We've adjusted it to about 3 pounds or so, 2.5, 3 pounds. It's really smooth trigger on it. It has a 3+1 magazine capacity as well. And the one thing that I really like about the gun is that it has a pistol grip on it too, instead of like the traditional bolt action frame. They kind of changed it on the Axis XP because it has a pistol grip on it that you can actually kind of grab a little bit better, which is good. But the 30-06 is a Savage Axis XP. I bought it a couple of years ago. It's kind of hard to focus on the gun being at the beach, but you know, this is my favorite gun. The ammunition that I'm going to be firing in it is the 150 grain Core-Lock tip. It really loves those. And if I was to have a choice of anything, like if I had like an editor's choice of which gun that I think is going to be the best shooting out of all three that we're going to be doing in today's Rifles Wars video, it's going to be the 30-06, because the 30-06 just historically has just produced the best groups out of all the guns that I personally own, or at least out of all the budget guns that I personally own. So that's going to be all three guns that we're going to be testing. It's going to be the 7mm-08, the 6.5 Creedmoor, and the 30-06. The only thing left to do is for me to drive up north for a little while, and then I'll meet you guys at the range.
I love refrigerators.
Guys, we are back from the coast. Today, we are excited to bring you guys the rest of the Rifle Wars. They look like this. The challenge goes as follows. It all based on a coin flip. Here's the coin. What are you doing?
None.
Okay, well, it's all based on a coin flip. We're gonna go and flip between me and my brother to see who's gonna go first on our 3-shot groups. 7mm-08, 6.5 Creedmoor, 30-06. 2 3-shot groups apiece to see who gets the more accurate group, and we're just going to see which gun is overall more accurate. Like I said, we've already picked and chose which ammunition that we're going to be using for each rifle. We've catered each ammunition to each rifle, so what you're going to see is what that rifle likes the best. So we're throwing our absolute best at this Rifle Wars to see what kind of accuracy we get out of each budget rifle. You ready to get started with a coin flip?
After you get your breath.
I'm out of breath, y'all. Call it. You ready?
Tails.
All right, here we go. No cheating. Tails, you're up first, dude. 3-shot group. You pick the target.
He sounds out of breath because he just got done walking back up the hill.
That's 100 yards. It's a long distance.
She's sitting a little high, buddy. Also don't help, I ain't shot in a long time. I did a stair stepper. Odd. Could be a scope.
Could be. We're gonna let that in cool though.
It started out high. Doop.
Really?
Stair stepping.
We're gonna let that barrel cool. We're gonna switch to the next rifle. Since he's drawn first, he gets the cold barrels.
I don't feel like it's the gun. I feel like, I won't say the scope's a little wonky.
So alt 6 is done. Up next, he's gonna shoot the 7mm-08.
I'm a little worried about your scope, buddy.
I am too. I'm watching it closely.
It look like, here's your dot. First shot, second shot, third shot.
Yeah.
They're all in line.
I'm watching it. It could very well be the scope. All right, he's got the 7mm-08 ready to go.
I cannot shoot without my hat. Or with my hat for some reason. Alright, hip shot.
I would take it worse like he had.
That's all that scope's got.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, them first three wouldn't. Ain't gonna be me. Those felt better.
That better?
First, second, third.
Beep, beep.
Then this one was beep. That was me. Beep, beep, because I'm not used to his trigger on that 7mm. That's actually my first or second time shooting it.
So we'll keep my eye on it. Yeah, I see what he's talking about now. That's not normal for that alt 6.
That's about my average right here. Anytime I shoot, because I was holding true, and it was stepping down. Like the harder it got, the more true it got.
So what we'll do is we'll shoot 6.
That was definitely me, because he's got one of them, was it Accu triggers? Anyway, I'm not used to it. That was my first shot, my second shot, and then I kind of got used to it, because that's my second or... I ain't shot his gun many times.
Yeah, so I'm going to cover up the holes that we got now, and then we're going to go 6.5 on this side, and then we're going to continue the challenge on this side. So that was the alt 6, that was the 7mm-08. So there's your first two groups. Let's reset and start.
All right.
6.5 Creedmoor 3-shot group, and that will conclude his round.
I ain't got a whole lot of zoom on it either.
Don't forget that trigger's stupid light.
I tell you, 6.5 outperformed the other two so far.
Seriously?
For me.
Hey! You mean to tell me 6.5 won your round?
I would say so.
I would say so too. That's the tightest group I've ever seen that 6.5 do.
I mean, almost.
That's a 3/4 inch group. What the crap? So, what are your findings for the alt 6, the 7mm-08 and 6.5 for your round?
I feel like I could have done better with a 7mm-08, but it is what it is. That's all I got.
That's
three
right.
shots.
That's all he's got, is 3 shots.
I feel like I could have, the 7mm-08 should have won in my area, because it was definitely me on one of the pulls, but on paper, 6.5 won on my round. 30-06 did doo-doo.
Speaking of doo-doo, a cow decided to crap exactly where I've got this camera stood up at. You want to talk about aggravating? I had to squat down just to sniff it. That's the first time, like I was saying, that I've ever seen 6.5 Creedmoor win in one of our competitions. Is it because, y'all going to leave a comment down below, is it because it's been shot through, it's got a nice seasoned barrel at this point? I don't know. I've had this thing for 2 years, with terrible groups. And that thing just provided a 3/4 of an inch group. That's a first. Anyway, my turn. I guess we'll do alt 6 first. All right.
Got spider on my
Round 2, other oldest rake straw up on the alt 6. First 3-shot group, top left target. I can't think of anything else to say, but that was an awful lot.
I'm sorry, I jumped. Hey, where's our YouTube viewers? Hey, I'm recording stuff for Facebook, so y'all go find us on Facebook too. There you go.
I'll leave that in.
We'll catch y'all later.
I am starting to wonder, guys. This is to y'all about why this is aiming so high. It is hitting very high. I'm not jerking the trigger.
So it is shooting high.
It is shooting high.
Okay, I'm glad
I can verify that it is shooting high.
Is it working down on you or is it still consistent now?
As of right now, it's working down. Yeah. Guys, I thanked Easy Scope for these last couple of videos, but I hate to tell you, the alt 6 has finally broken the scope. I agree with you.
I'm glad that wasn't me.
No, that wasn't you. That's not where I sighted in the scope, and that is not a tight group. Scope is gone, so I'm going to change out the scope.
Luckily, we got a loophole.
Yeah, we got a loophole we can immediately put on it, but sorry. Easy shoot, it was a good run, but as you could tell, I told my viewers what happens in the moment that it happens. Right now, that was a terrible 3-shot group, and it just did it twice with 2 shooters. My gun does better than that.
I'm going to take my bets that this is going to be the winner on his round.
Probably.
I think it should have won my round, but I messed it up. I only got 3 shots with it. If I could have done another 3-shot group, I think I could have done a lot better.
Well, be aware, guys. We are not and do not claim to be professional shooters.
At all.
Leave it there.
We just happen to be born and raised around guns. That's it.
That was our flavor of hyperfocus. What's yours? Okay.
Nikon Pro Staff on the 7mm-08 by...
3x9x40 Nikon Pro Staff.
Is that a Browning?
No.
Grimming?
It is a Thompson Center Venture.
Excuse me, TC. Okay, Thompson Center. Tells you how much I know about that gun.
Okay, y'all know the drill. I'm shooting the target that ain't been shot yet. Whee! I'm not flinching, it's just I ain't put some weight in this Caldwell lead sled. It's knocking me around. Ooh, I had a flyer on that one.
Oh, so it's about the same as mine then,
I
huh?
had a flyer on that one.
Maybe getting hot.
That was not me either.
Hot.
I've gotten to the point where I've shot enough guns where I know when it ain't me.
Barrel feels warm, for sure. Past warm, it's kind of warm and hottish.
We let it cool all the way. I mean, it is 80 degrees today, so that's probably got something to do with the fact
for
that these barrels are warming up.
all weather barrel, this actually got rust on it.
Yeah, I told Justin I'd go ahead and clean it. This is Justin's rifle, by the way, if y'all didn't know.
Technically, he's in the video, but in a rifle form.
Yeah, what he said.
I don't know. Your 30-06 looks the exact same as mine from there now.
It's holding.
Because mine,
like you can see
mine was
the
here.
Yeah.
Mine was there. Mine was there.
The exact same
His was
pattern.
here. His is there. Here's is there.
Exact same pattern.
You can take a little closer look to it. Y'all can see the tape holes. His holes. He just happened to be a ½ inch lower than mine on all of them, really.
Yeah.
And his 7mm-08 kind of looks the same as mine too. I think mine was here. Let's see. Where were they at, Thomas? Was it here, here, and here?
It's a jumbled mess, but it was somewhere like.
It kind of
It's
looks
like
similar
here,
to
here,
that.
here, and here. But yeah, it's pretty close. The only thing I know is this about the alt 6 is when I originally sighted in, this is where I sighted it in for. I've shot 3 boxes through it. Before I changed out the scope, it stayed right there. Well, now my groups are opening up, and they're starting up here and working their way down here. So that's telling me something's up with the scope. Either I need to check the mount, I need to check the equipment on that, because that Alt 6 has done better than that in the past. Way better.
I think it's kind of funny if you go back, if you replay side by side, Thomas, if you can figure out how to put each shot on each gun side by side between mine and yours, these two, 7.08 and 30-06 would be spot on between the two, I believe. If you could figure out how to do that.
I love how much editing he just asked me to do. But okay, here it is. Yeah, he's right, it was pretty close. Yours started high, it went down like this, and then landed down here.
And yours just happened to be a half-inch lower than mine happened to be somehow. Could be the scope.
That's really yelling. That's screaming scope at this point.
Well, we'll see how 6.5 goes. If you get 3 that are like that, dot, 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 then I know it's all the same.
It's all the same, so yeah, it's good. Which means we're going to go into a tiebreaker round, but don't worry, stay tuned for that, because we have a part B for this as well, and it gets a lot more fun. Yeah, accuracy's fun, and there's a lot of people that love accuracy, but if you really want to see something cool, stay tuned. Guys, there's a random bullet down here. Where'd this come from? Oh, there's some more over here. Oh, there's a 7mm. I forgot to put these up. These are Justin's.
They old, or are they just now getting put?
The last video, they've been out here a week. All right, here's the final round the final gun for me for this round anyway. It is the 6.5 Creedmoor in the 125 grain Winchester Deer Season XP. So far, for the first time in its whole life, it's telling all the other guns, hey boys, I'm here. Makes no sense to me, but here we are. We'll keep it tradition. We'll do top right.
Did it win?
I think I shot a straight line. No, I didn't. Jeremy, that's pretty good. The 6.5 takes home the crown. Jeremy? What the crap, man? When did it get that good? That's the best group all day.
That's pinky finger.
That's pinky. Look at that. That's getting close to a half-inch group. That 6.5. That's the best group at 6.5 I've ever shot. Who did not? I told Jeremy on the way up here for this contest. I was telling him, I said, well, I'm going to put the 6.5 in here. I don't think it's going to win. Here we are. 6.5 Savage Axis. Not even the Axis XP. It's just the Axis. Wow.
Are you ready for the fun part now?
Let's do it. Let's do part B.
Let's go blow some cans up.
Expansion test.
Yeah, more like let's go blow some cans up.
Yep.
All right, so we just said we're fitting to go blow some cans up for the expansion test. We all know with the current bullet lineup, here is my order of most expansion to the least. Deer Season XP, top. Everybody knows that. If you don't, go do your research. Remington Core Lock, second. American Whitetails, bottom. And I do believe when we shoot these cans we're fitting to put on the ground right here, you'll see the difference. Thomas put every can we shoot, put on the bottom of the screen, that way they know what bullet it is.
Okay.
And I will tell you, you will see a difference between Core Lock, XP, American Whitetail. XP will have a bigger kaboom than the Core Lock and everything else.
Yeah, I agree. Now,
shoot me if I'm wrong. How about that?
We're not going to shoot him.
I'm kidding.
I may want to sometimes. We're not going to shoot him. However, here's our option.
I'll tell you what, if I'm wrong, you can shoot my helmet.
No, I say that they need to get to 1,000 likes for to do that.
Okay. 1,000 likes. If you can do it, y'all been doing pretty good, getting 100 or so. 1,000 likes. I'll shoot my pride and joy. I don't want to, but 1,000 likes I will.
Option 1, pinto beans.
Pinto beans.
Option 2, nacho cheese. Option 3, I think it's probably going to be the grossest.
Refried
Tomato
beans? Oh, tomato sauce.
Yeah. What y'all think? I think it's pretty good lineup for expansion.
Okay, so we got cheddar cheese sauce, tomato sauce,
Yeah.
pinto beans.
Yeah.
Deer Season XP.
Okay.
That cheese sauce. Remington Corlock.
Okay.
American Whitetails.
All right, let's do Deer Season XP first.
I think Deer Season XP would have a harder time with the beans than any other bullet.
And the reason I'm doing the beans first is because it's going to be the cleanest. If I'm going to mess up the GoPro, I'd rather do it gradually.
So, if what I said is true, the XP has the thicker substance than all the other ones. If it still outperforms, that should prove to y'all XP beats everything else in expansion.
In other words, it's worth its beans.
It's worth a can of beans. But we're serious though. If we get 1,000 likes on the video, I'll shoot my Pride and Joy helmet. We'll start out with a 22, 380, 9, 40, all the way up until we start getting
7.62, 39. It would be 7mm-08, then it would be 308, and then it'd be 30-06.
We'll make a video out of it. I don't want to. I really don't want to because I paid a lot of money for that helmet, but 1,000 likes, we'll do it.
A deal has been struck. I'll do the beans, and you take care of the nachos and the tomato sauce. You got anything to say about that?
Do it.
All right, let's do it.
I need my earmuffs, sir.
So that you know we ain't cheating. Deer Season XP, 125 grain.
All right, put it in the gun.
Right there. Right here. Right there.
All right, pause.
Bye-bye, Pinto, in 3, 2, 1.
Disintegrated.
She gone.
Ain't nothing left of that one. Ain't no point in going looking.
I think the bullet expanded.
Yeah. Thomas, there's beans halfway over here.
Oh, I know. That's why I like it. Gets all up in your shoes.
Make sure there ain't no beans on the camera over here. We're still 20 yards from it. You know, for it to be a whole can of beans, sure is a lot of beans missing. Like, well, seriously, it's a whole can of beans. Where's the beans? There's a little bit back here. There's a lid. Look, here's your cap. Completely concave. It's concaved.
Here's the entry right here. Here's the exit. That's
You can
That's
kind of
a lot.
estimate how big the exit is on that.
That's a lot.
Here's the other half.
It smells like beans. No, that was the last can of beans.
Oh, is it? Okay, never mind.
That, viewers and listeners, that's the can I just shot. That's the can I just shot. That can over there was from, that was the 7mm-08. Budget.
I'm looking up to see if there's any beans on these sticks.
Probably.
All right, next. This is
whose
gonna
cheese
be.
that is?
This is gonna be the nasty one.
You know whose cheese that is?
Nachos.
Nacho cheese.
All right.
Let's do it.
3, 2, oh no.
Oh, that went everywhere.
I feel like the can's more intact with that.
Well, here's the deal. Here's what I hear y'all already saying, and I'm just going to say it for you. Cheese weighs more than beans. Just leave it there.
Ew.
Gross, man. Oh, my camera.
Smells like cheese out here. There's a can way out here. We got more intaction.
By far, that was the most camera appealing, at least. But
There's the entry.
so far, I think your theory's holding together about the expansion, though. I mean, explosive in its own right, but I think you're right. The Pintos was just annihilated.
Like the can on the Pintos was completely shredded. Next, tomato sauce.
I hope these squirrels like lasagna, because that's what we're starting.
I want to say every coon in Mississippi will be here.
Mmm, delicious. had to pass there you go.
All ready?
Ready? By far taller than the nacho cheese.
Well, it's more liquidy.
Yeah, for sure.
I think GoPro got smothered. I hate to be too dark about this, but there's some shots with people, like if a nuclear bomb goes off, it's just a shadow of the person on the wall. I think that's what my GoPro looks like right now. I see some on top. Oh my gosh.
We painted the GoPro, boy.
Oh, it really smells weird out here now.
Mm-hmm.
Can's definitely more intact.
It's split perfectly though. Like that's pretty, what am I trying to say, symmetrical?
Yeah, it actually really is.
It definitely blew out the back.
Oh yeah, I mean, realistically, all these bullets are good for deer hunting. This really don't prove nothing other than we just like blowing stuff up.
Yeah, we're gonna have a bonfire.
Yeah, we got jugs and stuff over there.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with this.
That's all the way down the dang camera stand.
Look at that. That poor camera. We ain't talked about this. Who won?
6.5.
I agree, 6.5. There's no contest. The 6.5 took home the lead this time. I will be changing out the scope on the 30-06 though, so keep that in mind. And the 7mm-08 didn't do bad. It just didn't do anything absolutely spectacular. I guess that's a fair assertion to say. So Rifle Wars, episode I believe 4, 6.5 takes the lead. Boom! We have a winner, 6.5. Who'd have thought? Anyway, guys, it's been a really fun video. If it's the first time you're watching, hey, it's nice to meet you. If this is not the first time you watch, it's good to see you guys again. Until the next episode of the Wreck Straw Boys, we gone!